you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Hunter x Hunter episode 132. Alright, and this one focuses mainly on Miram and his memories. Alright, he makes it back to the throne room and he's looking around and he still feels like something's missing. Alright, and Poof and Yuppie kind of look at each other, and Yuppie actually agrees with Poof that Miram should stay the way he is and therefore should not find out about Komugi. So Yuppie decides to help Poof out with that. Alright? However, um, they learn something. They actually learn something about Miram and his memory loss. That it's not just images that make him remember things, it's words as well. Because they were talking about Pito, and that alone was enough to let him remember her. Alright? So he decides to ask them to bring Pito back. So Yuppie is going to go do that. But while he does that, Miram wants to go take care of Palmy, Calgo, Knuckle, and Meliaron. Alright, however, if he does that, he's going to end up running into Komugi, seeing her, get his memories back. Yeah, then Poof doesn't want that to happen, so he tries to stop him. Alright, but Miram is not having any of it, alright? This dude, man, his aura spreads throughout the entire freaking palace grounds, alright? Everybody felt that crap, alright? Everybody, alright? And Knuckles, after Knuckles feels it, alright, he decides to just get out of there, alright? He no, he's like, nah, I don't care about the others. They'll probably do the same thing. We need to get out of here. They'll get out on their own. We'll get out here. Let's just go. All right. And Meliaron's like, well, what about APR? You know, we can still hit him with that. And Knuckles like, yeah, well, we can get one hit in, but I need to be within 50 meters for it to actually rack up interest, and we can't survive that long. All right, so no, we're done. We're out of here. We're going to Beijing. We'll contact the Hunter Association. We'll let them handle it. We're out of here. We're done. All right. But Meliaron doesn't agree with that, though, because while Knuckle is doing this for duty, Meliaron is doing this for revenge, alright? Because of his human mother, or was it father? I think it was his mother. Well, he's doing it for revenge, that's the point. He's doing it for revenge. Or maybe it wasn't even a parent, maybe it was like a brother or something, or like a sibling or a friend. Who cares? Like, the point is that someone close to him, his human self was killed, therefore he wants revenge, alright? That doesn't end up being very relevant in the episode, though, because Miram is amazing. That's why he I don't know if he legit teleported, but he got to them pretty freaking fast. All right, he just appears right next to them. Boom, knocks out Knuckle. Boom, knocks out Meliaron, and and brings him back into the throne room like that. All right, in like a period of a few seconds. All right, so that's that. Clearly, the dude's pretty legit. All right, and he was going to go do the same thing for Icalgo and Palm. However, if he did that, obviously he would end up seeing Komugi, and Poof decides to prevent that by coming up with this plan for a game, all right, or a contest. Um, and then the fact that he said the word contest triggered more of those memory pains because he wants to remember the contests and the games that he had with Komugi, which I thought was a good way to have Poof slip up there. I thought that was really cool how he did that. Um, but yeah, so Poof ends up proposing this game, alright? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that the way he found Knuckle and them in the beginning was because he used N. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, well, now you know, or now you've remembered, because you've probably seen the episode already. That's why you're watching a review for it. But yeah, so Poof proposes this game where Miram will only be able to use his N one more time, all right, and then he will go after Icalgo and Palm, all right, and while he does that, Poof and Yuppie are going to go after Pito, all right. Now, and the person who wins will be the person who brings their target back to the throne room first. However, Poof and Yuppie are going to have a handicap because Poof has to spread his scales over the humans and finish all that stuff for the selection. So, uh, so Miram isn't actually going to do anything until after Poof finishes with the scales. Meanwhile, Yuppie is gonna be trying to get to uh, Pito. I forgot her name for a second. Um, which they're convinced. Pito and Yuppie are convinced that Poof and Yuppie are convinced that Pito is on her way back. There we go. There we go. All right. They have no clue that she's actually been not even defeated, just plain old destroyed and slaughtered and demolished, just eradicated. Just she's done. She's done. All right. They don't know, so they're gonna be waiting a while if they expect her to just return on her own. But yeah. So Poof does the scales. Yuppie goes off in his direction. One other thing to add in about this game is that Miram actually added in a couple conditions of his own. He said that if they win, he will grant them each one wish. However, if he wins, they will have to tell him what they've been hiding from him, which I loved that part of the episode because I was wondering the entire time, like, Miram and them are supposed to be connected, right? So how can he not sense all these different emotions that they're having? Like you see the background change and everything like that, like colors and patterns coming across the screen to reflect how they're feeling at the moment, and like Miram isn't reacting at all. So I'm thinking like he's got to feel this, right? Like what's going on? And then it turns out he did. He was just not saying anything because their feelings of loyalty towards him are stronger than the feelings that he is suspicious of. All right, so that was cool. But yeah, that's really it for their part. The last part of the episode was Palm trying to escape, and she ran into Icalgo, and he came up with this plan, all right, which starts with hiding Komugi down in that place that Bizep keeps all those girls. Right, so they're gonna since Komugi doesn't have Nen, she can't be found using N, so she'll be safe down there from being found out by. Uh, she'll be safe down there from the other Chimera ants because they don't know about that place. Only Bizep does. Um, we actually in the preview we saw Welfin. Does he know? Because he was. Oh no, it was Bravada. Bravada was the one who went down. Okay, never mind. No, but Welfin was down there too because he went into the room that he cowed. Does he know? Yeah, because he was in the vehicle with BZF, right? I don't know. Welfin might know, but he's like the only one who knows. If he does, and he'll probably be the only one. But yeah. So the point is that Komugi is safe down there. That's the point. She's safe down there. Now, what the rest of Icalgo's plan is, I don't know. They're hoping that Miram's N doesn't reach underground that far. Um, is that the case? Who knows? But things aren't looking too good for them right now. They're not. So yeah. Um, but yeah, that's really it for this episode, you guys. I thought it was pretty good, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Um, there was a lot of focus on the memory stuff. There are little bits and pieces that I mentioned that I really like, so yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Say it was a good episode. And that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.